Morning, Undefeated. What's going on? Good morning to you. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for starting your week off right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Please let me know where you're coming from inside the comment box. And I want to get to it right away. Type G if you were excited about Alabama landing Graham Nicholson. Type G inside the comment box if you were excited about Graham coming to Alabama. Okay? He was the 2023 Lou Groza Award winner. Remember when Will Reichard, we said, was robbed, which I still feel that he was robbed along with Coach Saban in terms of the Coach of the Year award. This was the young man who did it, okay? Last season at Miami of Ohio, he was 27 of 28 when hitting field goals. Okay, that's a wicked percentage. I think it comes out to like 94%. So with adding Graham Nicholson, and what we've seen Coach Jaylen do is address immediate needs from the jump. I said it. If you guys follow me on my YouTube shorts, I said this last week. After Alabama's spring football game, it was clear, it was apparent that Alabama, their weakest link was the kicking position. 1,000,000%. I saw it. You saw it too. And look, this isn't disrespect to Connor Talty or any of the kickers that are on the roster. It's just that area needed experience. So type G if you're excited about Graham Nicholson coming to Alabama. His longest last year was 52 yards. And I think so far, honestly, I think this is the biggest win in the transfer portal, not only for Alabama, but I think overall in NCAA football. 1,000,000%. And here's why. You know what's coming back for Alabama's offense, 1,000,000%. You just don't know how it's going to look under Coach Jaylen. We didn't really see much during A-Day, which is fine. This is how it operates, right? Jaylen Milroe's coming back. Finished, sixth in the Heisman Trophy. You know the running backs that are coming back. You know they're going to give it to you. You know the wide receivers are elite. You understand that as well. Offensive line, you probably have some question marks, but you understand that Caden Proctor's coming back. On the defense, you know that the defense has two of the most dangerous inside linebackers in college football. You're wondering about the secondary, right? How is it going to shape out? You're wondering about Kane Womack. But you didn't understand what was going to happen within the secondary, within the special teams. And for whatever reason, we don't talk about the special teams a lot. If Alabama didn't have Will Reichard last year, they're in a completely different situation. That guy came back with a vengeance. He came back to become the all-time leading scorer in college football, 1,000,000%. He was pissed off for greatness. Will Reichard was. Replacing him was challenging. It was going to be challenging for anybody who retook that spot. So going into the transfer portal and not just landing any single kicker, landing the Lou Groza Award winner. Like, stand back and kind of zoom out to who he's bringing. That would be bringing the Bolitnikoff Award winner or the Chuck Bednard Award winner. Like, this is massive. Biggest news happened for Alabama inside the transfer portal with picking up Graham Nicholson. I love it. So if you're just checking in, type G if you're excited about Graham joining Alabama. And don't forget this. Now Alabama's special teams, I think it's elite. You bring in Graham Nicholson, okay? And guess what? Guess who your punter is? And let's give him his flowers. And you know what? I was sad that we didn't get to see one punt from him during the springtime, and that's James Burnap, okay? That's James Burnap. James Burnap, in my opinion, is the best punter that Alabama has had since J.K. Scott. And there hasn't been that many, but James Burnap is quality, more than quality. I think that he could be one of the best punters in all of college football this coming season. So your punter's taking it. That guy flipped the field so many times for Alabama, and he only got better and better, okay? All right, so you guys have emojis, right? If you were excited about James Burnap coming back, give me a little Australian flag inside the comment box. I thought it was hilarious. Remember the couple times that he went to Outback? I love it, man. That kid is so underrated. It's a travesty. James Burnap is super, super underrated. Throw a Australian flag inside the comment box if you're excited about him coming. Okay. This was huge, and I want to take your calls in just a minute. I want to get this out, though. Alabama's special teams now considered elite. Love it. Okay. Also, on the basketball front, I was walking through the neighborhood the other day. I was talking about football a little bit, but honestly, the excitement about college basketball, Alabama basketball, is prevalent throughout the entire state. People know from across the country, Alabama basketball is here. This wasn't a one-hit wonder. We've talked about that several times. So Aiden Holloway transfers from Auburn, of all places, to Alabama. Love it. So he's an offensive weapon. He's an elite shooter. He had some things to say about the Auburn basketball program. Look, I think overall, and you can look up the record, undefeated. I need your help. I need your help right now. What is the record right now for Nate Oates against Bruce Pearl on the hardwood? Give me the record, okay? Aiden Holloway, look, he's a big-time player. He's coming in. I don't know what is going to happen with Mark Sears, okay? He declared for the NBA, but he still maintains his college eligibility. So when you look to Chris Youngblood coming in from South Florida, who's a guard, you got Houston Mallett, who's coming in from Pepperdine. He's a guard as well. You have Aiden Holloway. He's a guard. You have Mark Sears. We don't know what's going to happen with Grant Nelson yet. I would imagine goes to the NFL, the NBA. I don't know. Can't forget about Jaren Stevenson, right? I think that young man is going to play as well. Nick Pringle, he's transferring out. Aaron Estrada, out of eligibility. That's fine. Rylan Griffin, he's moving on. I was a little bit disappointed that Walters is hitting the transfer portal. I liked him coming off the bench. Whatever the case is, you have elite talent. The Jaren Stevenson dude is elite. And you have other guys on that roster. And Nate Oates has been able to use the transfer portal very well. He's done an elite job. Alabama basketball is here. 6-4, K-Spray, is that right? Nate Oates versus Bruce Pearl. That's pretty incredible. Matthew was saying 3-5. I think it's 6-4. I think he has the edge, right? I thought it was 6-2. Let's say, okay, let's go. I need you to figure this. Somebody needs to slam dunk it, okay? I'm looking for the record for Nate Oates versus Bruce Pearl. I think it was 6-2. I think Jim Parker has it 6-3. Hey, if you want to become a fan funder of this YouTube channel, go up to the top of this link. There's a hyperlink that is pinned. As low as $2.99, you can support the product right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate it. It helps me pay the coaches. Today's super chat goal is $175. That is just not only in my segment, but throughout the segments. Special thanks to our sponsors below, residents in Ocean City, Maryland. The Rogue Shop promo code is Bama, and sponsor Demetrius Maynard, a viewer just like you who is a sponsor. So we appreciate you guys being here. But Aiden Holloway, I thought it was a really big pickup, and I think signs continue to point that this is the basketball school in Alabama. And look, honestly, since I've lived here, I'll be honest with you, and you might not like this, but I think it's true. I think Alabama basketball, and you know what? You're not going to be upset because it's true. All right, Austin, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. 6-3. Nate Oates is 6-3 against Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl can coach basketball, okay? But living here in Alabama, when I first moved here, this is true. Auburn basketball was ahead of Alabama basketball. They were a better program, right? They got to the tournament more frequently. Since Nate Oates has arrived, he has gently turned the tide. And now Alabama is that basketball school, is the football school. 100%. Pretty amazing, man. To think about what Nate Oates has done in such a short time, but he's also captured now the state. Really impressive. Ronald's like, he needs to build a new arena. And I think, and who knows, it could be coming, but it is impressive, right? To think about the short time that he's been able to do, built this Alabama basketball program. I know you're excited about Alabama basketball, so am I. It's amazing to talk about, and rightfully so, to highlight these student athletes that are honestly just completely crushing it. Okay, a couple things that I want to go through, and then I will get to my callers. Okay, do you see Jaylen Milroe posted with Michael Jordan in Talladega, right? GOAT meets GOAT. Love it. I mean, how many of you inside the Undefeated have watched The Last Dance? I mean, The Last Dance, I'm not too big on series. I know a lot of people love their own series, but man, The Last Dance is I love it. And Michael Jordan, I think he's I mean, I would say he's probably one of the greatest athletes ever, if not the greatest, right? And a lot of that is just the mentality and the mindset of wanting to win. But I love Jaylen Milroe, linking up with Jordan. In fact, it was a bunch of Alabama football players. I saw Kobe Prentice. I saw Jahad Campbell. I saw Malachi Moore. I saw Devontae Smith. All of the starters kind of coming back in Talladega. What's up, Antonio? I see you inside the comment box. Oates is elite, and the new arena will follow this success. 100%. Love it. He's going to do his thing. I love it. I'm like popcorn eating, watching. And when you have Chris Youngblood and Houston Mallett also coming in, man, he's cleaning up on the portal. Before I move from basketball to the mock draft, and then I'm going to take your calls after this, do you feel that this Nate Oates, do you feel that Grant Nelson will go to the NBA, or do you think he's coming back? Grant Nelson. Let me hear your thoughts inside the comment box. Let me know, Undefeated. Grant Nelson coming back, or is he leaving? I think he's leaving. I think the way that he played, he's going to the NBA. We'll see. All right. Real quickly, I want to touch on the mock draft. The NFL draft is coming up this weekend, okay? From The Athletic and from CBS, here is rounds 1 through 7, okay? So they have the Atlanta Falcons taking Dallas Turner at number 8. They have the Chargers taking J.C. Latham at 11. Again, this is from the Athletic. They have the Raiders taking Terrion Arnold at 13. They have Kool-Aid going in the first round of the Jaguars, which I like, at 28. And then you have to zip over to 75, where the Bears would pick up Chris Broswell. Jermaine Burton going 83 to the Rams. The Giants at 183, picking up Justin Eboigbe. And then 201, the Detroit Lions picking up Will Riker. Okay, now CBS Sports has Jace McClellan going at 232 to the Vikings. So first round picks, I think we're safe to say, 4 picks for Alabama football, which is amazing. And that's still under Nick Saban. Okay, so my last thing before I get to my calls, how many first-round draft picks, if Alabama gets 4 first-round draft picks, will have been under Coach Saban at Alabama? First-round draft picks, all right? That's what I'm looking for. In total, first-round draft picks total under Coach Saban if Alabama sends 4 to the NFL draft. Kyle Henderson at Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for your next video right here on Bama Football on YouTube.